I think it's about that time. I thought I really did like life, you know, and then suddenly you get World of Tanks, and then you hate yourself. That's what this game's about. Hating yourself. Oh my. The whole purpose of me doing this is because there is an op for a special tank. HMH Chrysler K. Not a bad tank. Tier 8 premium. Incredibly difficult to penetrate from the front, but you just gotta get like 1,000 XP every single time to get the point towards it, and it's just a pain in the butt. God, I hate this game. Like dragging yourself through hot coals. That's all it is. Well, let's take a look here. 66. Season challenges. Penetrate 2 shots. I always say that spotting damage. Always the spotting damage. Alright. This was the specific op I'm talking about here. Yep, there it is. 115 out of 155. Got to earn 1,000 XP in any number of battles. The nice thing is that this one stacks, so if you earn 2,000 or 3,000 XP in a single match, it does tend to work. No issue. It's just, this game makes you pay for every inch. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Why don't we start with something I don't like playing? I hate light tanks. I hate everything about them. But you have to do what you have to do. Oh, God. Really wish there was something better than this one. Malinovka. Everybody's favorite map. And by that I mean just Artie. Artie's the only real people that like this map. Everybody else hates this map. But apparently there's no Artie, so... And it's an encounter match. Tier 8. Normally I like to go chase around the Arties. I think their life is cool. And I say that as an Artie player. But I don't think that really is going to be making a difference in at least this match. Plus, this tank is not exactly very fun as a light tank itself. Now, I know the old saying, you know, good workman never blames his tools. But at the same time, this tank is not very fast for a Tier 7 light tank. Its gun doesn't do that well for a Tier 7 light tank, even though it's a 6-round autoloader. Its spotting is not that good. Everything's all about tiers. In this case, Tier 7 isn't so hot. Just gonna sit on the base, make them sweat for a little bit. That's all that matters. It's making him sweat. They'll eventually get up here. That's just what they're doing right now. They're taking pot shots and everything else. What they want to do is they want to get up here and hurt us, and I'm just here just keeping this base nice and cozy. Because I want them to come up here nervous, I want them to come in advance, I want them to panic, and my teammates will shoot them. It's kind of a no-win situation. If they wait too long, they're going to get screwed. See? They hit me. Knocked some points off. But overall, didn't do them anything. 40 seconds. His teammates still need to get on here and start doing some damage. In the meantime, I'm just going to quickly reload. Crossing that 30-second mark again. Teammates are probably either going to cap or they're going to be not so good. Let's take a look here. Yeah, they're just trading blows. I'm just trying to force the team to come out and fight me. Really not like that there, pal. And now the base is now contested and we are now having issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go sneak around. Or that's going to completely backfire. But like I said, that's usually what happens in this game, is your idea just completely backfires. I mean, I shouldn't be so surprised. That's par the course. That's always been par the course for this stuff. And we probably are going to lose, but I really don't feel like waiting around to find out, so I'm just going to go ahead and... just go ahead and connect right through. Perfect. Okay, so that didn't pan out so well, so let's do one of my other favorite ones to do. We're going to do some Tier 5 T1 Heavy. It's a more or less reliable tank. It's okay. The problem is, more often than not, Tier 5 always evolves into something that's just a pain in the butt to deal with. And as you can see, I just kind of use a lot of my stuff here, and just gonna... Not really, the goal isn't to get money, my goal is just to win. We may win that last match. If we do, that'd be cool. If not, that's also cool too. It'd just be just me going par for the course. I went 0 and 8 in a row with that Lycan. Like I said, I really do not like light tanks. I hate everything about them. tanks really worth losing sleep over. I mean, the Object 244 is okay. I have it. Bad tank. It's not a game changer, that's all. Also, I got 10 rounds of gold ammo. You're gonna hear that a lot for those of you who aren't aware. Premium ammo is known as gold ammo because that's what you have to spend in order to use it. But you can toggle it and change this currency for silver. But unfortunately, that's always like expensive. That's like 40 or 50,000 a shot, depending on which tank it is. Expensive, it's frustrating, you don't know what to do with your life. But people just spam it because it lets you high roll damage and lets you penetrate easier. A lot of gold ammunition has that nice benefit. Team's already off to a good start. We lost one already, but they also let them kill one of their own tank destroyers, so I can call that a fair trade. And we got a chat. And now they don't have a chat. T60, T150. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, watch out for him. That is a KV-2 with one potential one-shot hit. I'm not going to be able to do much against that guy. That control break is way too much. EK-36 is also good. 30 is not good. Pain in the butt to fight all these people, but I'm also not getting the reward I would like. Yeah, that's about right. So if you kind of notice, this is kind of the favorite part of the map of the enemy and both ally alliances. It's what everybody loves to do. And unfortunately, we did not have enough teammates to support us, and yep. This is gonna go south. Well, let's go check on our after-action report for the Lycan. I'm sure that will be filled with good news. One of the nice things about this miserable UI is that it's... Yes, whatever, that's not what I wanted to do. Is that it's not exactly always the easiest to find it. Hey, we lost with the Lycan. I'm so surprised. Well, gotta re-rack him. God, this tank is a pain in the butt. Mountain Pass. Well, this either goes south, or this is going to be Ho-Hum. I don't exactly have the best experience on this map with this tank. So we'll see. Let's check. And you can already tell the fact that I'm tier 7 and tier 9 is we got perfect. I'm just going to sit here for a moment and wait for things to develop. Because there is no literal point in me running out there and then getting one-shotted. I'm not fast enough to avoid getting shot at. Their light tanks, they're rocking a Lycan, sure, but they also have a 54, T-50. Good. No point in me going across the left flank. There's not even going to be that many people going down that way. So we've already developed a Ho-Hum strategy over there. Well, I can spot. I can try and I can hope they don't kill me. Cover behind Fatty over here. Okay. That was... Get to all my teammates something here. Much appreciated. Re-round and relock and reload. This is not gonna go very well for us. But then again, strange things happen. Oh, no, no! Hamburgers. Well, that's to be expected. Well, let's see here. 8 to 10. How are our teammates handling this? 8 and 8. 7 and 8. Okay, target. Might as well. Just one less enemy for you that's going to be shooting at you, but they're now pretty much on our base, and they are probably going to go cap. Yeah, what a surprise. Well, there is no teammates close enough to reach there. There are no teammates fast enough to reach over there, but for some reason he got off the base. Glory hours. Well, sometimes they're good. If they're on your team, they will not cap the base. They want the kills no matter what, but at the same time, it's a very, very good idea to have them on the enemy team because they're not going to do the smart thing and cap the base. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they left their entire base wide open. I'm hoping that the rest of my team is going to go and follow suit to help this guy cap, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Kind of hold it right there, pal. Just kind of, no. Yep, good. Good. Now you're thinking. Now if these morons just help out, and just kind of hold them at bay, I think that'd be pretty good. But he can also go down there and shoot him. What is that? They're Scorpion. I mean, they knock him out in a couple hits. He doesn't exactly, there you go. He doesn't exactly have the toughest armor in the world. Hell no. Their arty is nothing like a GW Tiger. Deceptively accurate. The guy can actually hit you pretty more often than not in point blank range, so that's not bad. Not a bad tank. Now let's go ahead and take a look. I think this would probably be like the fastest I've ever won using a Lycan, just because of the fact this tank is a pain in my butt. It's pretty much a full health Conqueror. Missing a little bit of health versus the Leopard. This guy waits, it can pretty much nail that Leopard to the... Well, okay, he didn't have that much health, so perfect. Hooray. Hooray. That sounds about right. 900 damage. 1338 XP. That's perfect. That's just going all towards that Chrysler K. Let's go back and... I'm not interested. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go back to T1 Heavy. Yeah, we lost that one. Let's try it again. Shouldn't be too surprised. Wasn't a bad match we were playing, just teammates decided to go the wrong flank. Well, let's take a look on how we're gonna do on this. Alright, we're tiered, which is good. Party is okay. I like the fact we got a merchant. It's a fun little tank. I guess I'll head. I guess I will head down one way my team wants to go, which is usually around here. Just kind of avoid all the head-to-head fighting until I get into a better position. Just hit their base. I don't know which one of my friends was online playing this. He has the ball right now. Let's back up to this one. It is the Hetzer. Old reliable. Good tank. Nice. Sturdy. I only went down one German anti-tank line. I mean, it was a pain to a certain extent. Getting the Waffentragen. I don't know for PC people who know the Waffentragen was completely removed off the PC version of this game because apparently, can't handle it. Can't handle the amazing tank. So instead, they were giving it Grille 15, and they added the Grille 15 on here, but Waffentragen was pretty much left alone in this game for a certain amount of time. Unfortunately, they nerfed it. That was their compromise in this version. So right when my friend and I got it, we were grinding towards it. I mean, I hated that entire tank line up until I got the Rheinmetall. That thing was a beast. Nice little tier 8 tank destroyer. It has no armor. It is bulky as all hell, at least in terms of its length. But pepper him with it. He's gonna probably die because my friends up here kind of see him, but they're not helping. But he's not going to be very effective in this match. Take it as you can go. T-14's gonna finish him off. I'll let him cook. I mean, you're at full health, he's practically dead, but you know what? You go off, you just don't kill him, right? I'm kidding, homie, he's right there! So, the T-14 here, by the way, going on a little tangent, was the beta reward for anyone who played World of Tanks on the Xbox 360 before it was originally released. You had an opportunity to go into beta, and oh, for God's sakes, you guys, aim! You guys gonna get like 1,000 blocking damage for this tank, for God's sakes, at this rate. The Hetzer's gonna finish him off, or not. Hetzer's just gonna sit there and stare. It's one tank. It's one guy killed, myself included, 3 people. One guy. Unbelievable. Oh. Geniuses over here. He's practically dead. Anywho. So they gave out that tank for beta players who complete the beta, or you can buy it. I mean, it's okay. It's not the greatest. I don't know why people would spend even gold currency on it or anything like that. It's practically worthless. But yeah, if I go back to the original topic of the tank destroyer line that I went down, so we got the Waffentragen, I did the Rheinmetall, I did everything else, Waff Panzer IV. I got to it, and right as we got to it, yeah, he got 3rd place, guys. Good job. Good going. 5 kills when he could have just killed him. But yeah. So, didn't block a single shot from him. Right when we got to the Waffentragen, they nerfed it. So it used to be you had 2 guns with it. I think I can see it from here if I go over to it. Yes, whatever. Let's see here. Did I pass it? No, not yet. There it is. So, if you look at the guns over here, you go to the... the 12.8. This used to have 6 rounds on there, which is a lot, but this thing had a 40-second reload, so it was painful. And the gun wasn't really overpowered. The issue with this one is if you had to aim for their weak spots, but when you did, you could basically halt an entire push by yourself. That's why people hated it. They didn't know how to balance it out. I mean, I thought it was perfectly fine. I've killed my fair share of them. I've died to them. It's just, it happens. The thing is as large as a barn when you're looking at it, and I'll go back to it again. And it's just a painful tank to go up against if somebody knows how to use it. The 15, which is its top tier gun, wasn't used that often because it only had 4 rounds. When you had 6 versus 4, it was a no-brainer. You go with the 6 because as long as you aim for their weak points, you can do some serious damage. But they nerfed him, so this only has 3. This one only has 4 rounds. This one has 3. And at the end of the day, people are taking this one now more often just because it's top tier damage at the end of the day for 1 less round for a 35-second reload, I believe. So you do with that what you will. But if you're looking at this tank, you really need to know how to play it, because look at this thing. It is incredibly large. The gun is positioned in the back, so what that means is if you had to go backwards with it, if you didn't, you were kind of screwed because everyone's going to see your front before your gun actually cleared out first. So a lot of people, they would turn the turret completely 180 in the back and then just go in reverse. That way they could see the gun. It didn't stop them from penetrating you. It just meant that you could get the first shot most likely when it came down to it. Alrighty. Well, that's 2 down. If we look at the... over here. Oop, down here, actually. Yeah. See, so I started with 115, and now I'm at 124 with just 2 wins. It kind of builds up, because you also had the 3 points that I got from the daily. The daily one, if you do 5,000 damage, it'll give you 3 free points. So it just keeps adding up. Alright, so we did the Lycan, we did that, and my personal favorite. The Sherman Jumbo is a weird one. I used to like this back in the day, but with the plethora of tier 6 tanks, this one's kind of just fell to the wayside. It's basically a sort of heavy tank, spec'd as a medium. I mean, it's okay. It's got a 90mm derp gun, as we call them. It's just this little short, stocky gun that's great for penetrating and doing damage consistently. It's not going to be top tier damage. You're not going to be like one-shotting enemies that often unless they're lower tier, but it's okay. It's number one, the round has very, very low velocity. It doesn't, so it's going to be slow, so you got to compensate for that over long distances. And on top of that, you armor is good, but it's not a fortress. Remember that when you're using this. Reload's okay, as you saw, it's about 6.9 seconds. Just gonna park it right here because at the end of the day we are at a tier 8 game. This game loves me so much. It's just everyone's favorite common occurrence. Tier 8 nightmare. If anyone that's new to playing this game, I mean, if you play this game and you don't understand the difference, I mean, going from one tier up is hard enough. Going 2 tiers up at certain times. So if you're in a tier 8 game and you're going up to a tier 9, that's an okay go. If you're going from a tier 9 to a 10, that's still okay because you can still do things. If you go from a tier 6 to a tier 8, more often than not, you're going to get hosed. There is some heavy hitters in tier 8 and you're not going to do that well. Then there's this map. So this map is notorious for everyone piling into this one area over here. So they're just going to be piling in over here, and our teammates are going to be spread out, and just letting them get up as close as they can so they can just start weaving in and out of these warehouses so they can start hurting them. That Milan over here in the Citadel can actually see the enemy that's been trying to creep up on us. I'm not going to push up hard because there is not much I'm going to be able to do. I can't fight that. It's the new T-77. I mean, see what I mean? That's what I'm basically good for, is providing support fire. That's what all I can do. And I can still do damage. But as you can see, it's not damage. I'm doing 7 damage. On a tier 8. So as you can also see, we're down 3 as well. We are bleeding, and we're about to get even more painful, and these idiots aren't actually flanking them on this side over here either. I'm not going to because, again, there isn't much I can do. I might as well be made of paper mache. And then I'm just going to keep piling on. I'm going to switch to my phone because I have it, might as well use it. If I can help this Citadel out, I don't think I'm going to be able to, but try. Oh, no, not going to. These are all over here. So right now they have the numbers advantage. We're 6, they're 12. And we are going to get closed pretty bad. That's the nice thing about gold ammo, is when you can actually penetrate and do some damage, it does help you out a lot. But God, I have to stick to these morons right here. This is the rest of our team. Tiger, Citadel. Girder. But I did bounce, which is nice. Can't hate on it. I want to take on that VK100. But knowing how that's gonna go, let him get closer. I know they'll try to bum rush us. That's what they're good for. They love to do. See what I mean? If I had a think, I could say maybe I have a shot. I just delayed the inevitable at this point. We did not. We are not going to be able to do this. I did track damage, but that doesn't help. I can't actually break his tracks, so it's what you want. That was a bust. More often than not, it's why I also avoid those lower tier games, because what am I going to do against a tier 8 when it's... well, that'll... Got that. That one is a medium. Tier... If you didn't already guess by its paint scheme. It's not bad. It's okay. I got it from a box. Believe it or not, they'll give you... look, I got a daily. They got their two things. The latest season HMHA rounds. So I'm just trying to get a first win on most of them. I play all of them because as much as I would love to play a tier 2 or tier 3 tank, I really don't see the point in that. Your game, bad at all. Just be dependent on our team is actually going to help us out. This map, it's always a crapshoot. It's their already 6 French. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not accurate, but... Yeah. T-77 is the new one they're giving out. It works across 75 on your season. 75 give you the... 75 levels, I should say, now. Give you the T-77. It's American autoloader. Kind of in the same vein as you know, I'd say I'm surprised, but they're, you know, far from the course at this point, so I'm just gonna go and, I think. Matchmaking you get in World of Tanks these days, you get every unstable potato head on your team, and then the enemy gets all team members, and kind of horribly imbalanced with a bunch of people who think it's a good strategy to run out in the middle of nowhere. The left flank is over there just exclusively for, I'd say, just holding, and the middle flank, same thing, just hold and keep them at bay while everyone here maneuvers around here, because there's the most cover over here. You can basically attack from here. The teammate, of course, most of them, they're good ones, will follow you, other times they won't. Okay, I wasn't aiming for him, but I'll take it. Dragon. Oblong shaped. Yeah, that's what I'm. Well, I probably could have, but we'll see. It's gonna be a game now. Would have been nice if that Bulldog was alive, easily killed that Artie, and dropped them. It'd be nice if these morons over here we're actually supporting this position. So here we are, watching a bunch of idiots play. If they can win, that'd be pretty impressive. I mean, just another tank I didn't have to deal with. But we'll see. Yeah. How we doing over here, pal? You having fun sitting in the back of the map? I don't know where you were trying to go, but congratulations. Really. Gory niche. KV3. Pretty strong until people figure out exactly where to shoot it. Little tumors right here, this little gun post here and the gun post on the top. Worthless. That, and just penetrate right on through. Artie was doing a good job. Our Artie is this guy can actually just pretty, that would be nice. Might still be anybody's team. 3 to 5 is still. But this guy needs to go help out his teammate over there before he gets gurked. Artie's gone. This guy needs to provide them with support. They're gonna just try to overwhelm them, which is what they're doing. This guy really needs to go over this team. But whatever, they're gonna need to hang back a little bit because the guys I mean, if our teammate here really wanted to help, he could just go down the middle and just hurt them. Because they're all focused on him right now, the Gory Niche. Let's see if he can figure it out. Back it up, back it up. Back it up. This is what I'm talking about when I said he has any brains. That's the other, I think, yeah, that's the other prize up there. Okay, this match is over. This guy is just in the highest order. Well, back to the Sherman Jumbo. And I will say the one nice thing is you can spend on this season, you can spend all that gold that you got back. It takes you 1,000 gold if you buy the run-of-the-mill. What's nice is that you can earn it back, plus a little extra with all that they award you. So it's something to work towards. Alright, let's try again. I mean, that wasn't a bad match with the Freedom, it's just teammates, once again. That's what they're good for, messing you up. And this game really doesn't end up being like COD, where you can just go ahead and make a difference. I mean, that'd be nice, but there is no super tank that's going to help you out that way. Alright, you have Sunset Coast. It's one of the newer maps. I'm really not a fan of this one. I don't have the best experience on this one. Alright, so a couple tier 7s. They have a 45 TP, we have a 152, so it's not. This is encounter. Okay. I was gonna say team destruction? No, it's encounter. I'm just gonna see where my teammates are gonna go, because I can normally just go down to the beach and just kind of work my way towards the base and kind of hurt them, but there's no arty for me to do, so there's no point in that. More importantly, they can get on that base, and then we're practically done for. Trying to see where they're going to develop. Yes, I am going to go to the beach. Explore down there and just hope that guy can. It's a big enemy team. I guess I missed. That's the issue with this tank. Is it does not like long range. What I'm hoping for is we can hold. Ah, that was in that position. I didn't get much support from my team, and then that's entirely predictable. KV-85 is a practically worthless tank, but good God, these morons can't even fight it. Can't fight that one. The VK-30 is a worth one. I don't care. Whatever. Well, that one turns into our fantastic loss. Let's go ahead and try again. Abby. Not too many of them. They got an M103 and an E70. Probably. Well, the Juki Occupator is probably a little tilted, but we'll see. So far, the Jumbo is my liking today. It's just 2 bad matches. We'll see if Freedom can either break it or continue. It'll be the same thing. Can't get those wins. I'm probably going to have to speed though for this. I can't keep sitting here watching each match turn into a disappointing failure. Already off to a great start. I'm probably leaving the base exposed right now, but not going to win the game. Decide to pile into one flank and we don't push, which is apparently what we're doing. They apparently decided to use the middle for some strange reason. Their Artie just knocked out one of ours. Your opportunity. Apparently that wasn't enough to break the tracks. Again. No, sorry, he didn't break the tracks. Aimed it right at it. I mean, it's par for the course at this point. Teammates can't hold a flank, can't do their job, can't do anything, right? Completely and utterly annihilated. Sitting there wailing on a tier 9, well, getting wailed on by 2 tier 8s. These guys have the advantage and they're still not using it. Nope. It's just a regular standard battle. Tier 6. There's only one place I can think of to go. The place where everyone goes in Malinopka. When there's at least one or more Arties. Top of the hill. See if I can actually put this one away. I did have a nice match with Freedom the last time I was playing this game. It was a good match. Just good grief, man. Just wasn't expecting it, but the teammates also had helped. That's the kind of thing. Teammates are negative. Get a healthy mix. It's always a good sign. Half the team going up one way, half the team going up the other. Got a few tanks and are dispersed around the middle just in case you get any light tanks cheeky. So far, so good. Always a word of warning when you're going down this way, this narrow alley as I call it. Just don't ever knock down any trees. Already has this place dialed in 99 times out of 10, and if you decide to knock down some trees, you're giving away your position. So we got the hill first, which means we can kind of push up, and I'm going to go hang out by the windmill over here just to block a few of Artie's shots, more or less. Gotta wait until pushing him a little hard. This guy's got the right idea, but I need the rest of the team to catch up with us. Try not to stay behind people either. inch up just a tad over here. Be able to get a little close there. Now I can see some. KV-1. Knock him out. That new Polish tank that everyone's using now. Already got Sturmgewehr, Sturm VK-36. Why did I say Sturmgewehr? Just keep knocking him out. And there's the Artie. There's the other one too. See? When you got a nice, good team, pushing's pretty nice. And that's the last daily. So that's it. It's 9 points going towards... And I got 2,600. What's it called? That one, so that's also good. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you get a nice solid team, you can run right through any enemy team. Yes. Yeah, I'm on 69 right now. 69. Let's see here. Yeah, see, 75, that's the one everyone's using. Oh wait, no, this Type 59. T77, wasn't it? Yeah, these two. The T57 and the 50 TP prototype. These are the ones. The tier 8s. Not bad. Yeah, next one coming up is the 75 for the Type 59 too. Nice little Russian one. So yeah, those ones are the ones either they for that or they got the 100 already. Yes, not bad. 128 out of 155. There's 8 levels with that, so it'll be the next one. Just try to make it through that one. Probably a little into it, and then probably see how far. I'm doing good so far. Alright. Map. It's an inch 1 Artie, which is okay. I have the M4040. Good. It's probably the last good, accurate tier 8 American tank, so it's okay. Reload is good, but nothing compared to what came after 55. And the T92, of course. T92, I still love that tank because that is an awesome Artie. Oh my lord. When they use that expression, you can't hit the broadside of the barn, they're not kidding. You can be dialed in completely. Fire and godly shoot, undershoot, or just hit some object randomly in the map. It's not that accurate, but you have to use premium shells with it because it has huge splash damage. Hope you're not really in love with your money, at least the silver currency in this game, because that thing's elite currency when you use it, but when it hits, it's satisfying. I've gotten a pretty good, nice one-shots. Can one-shot any tank landed it correctly. I one-shotted fully held FP-50 Death Stars with them. The 183, as they're called, the Death Star. I guess they have to change that name since that's not what it is anymore. That was another thing that my friend and I were working on. Playing British tank destroyers and You know, we were using the 18 line, getting up to the Tortoise, which up to that point was okay. The tanks were very reliable in damage. They didn't do top tier damage, but they were reliable, and they really only had one weak point. There's this little thing they call the top hat. It's a little cupola in the very top. It's always very big, protruding, kind of like that KV I was showing earlier. It was, you shoot that one, you always reliably pen them. But outside of that, their gun was still very good. It was like a good, nice weapon, good for consistent damage, fast reload. You'd reload in 4 or 5 seconds between each shot. So it was fantastic. Do that in a tier 9. Just very, very cherry on top of the cake. Get a meal. Penetrate him from the front, at least from this angle. Try. Huh, yeah. You know. Was able to. Yeah, he's got a buddy in the back shooting. Left the entire valley over here, and then they're all hanging out up here for some reason instead of pushing hard and then going down to the base. Good God. A bunch of it at each and every time to waste, though. Gotta keep pushing on. Alright, next one is I believe it's the tier 10 American mediums. Ah, yes. From the last 2 challenges we did. We ran through these, well, before they were called seasons, we had these ops, and these ones are interesting because they can be good when they want to be. Not bad tanks. It's not my playstyle. I always love heavy tanks the most. I can do tank destroyers or arty, but mediums they don't always fulfill the best roles, at least in my opinion. They're good for chasing down enemies if you need to, but well, we'll see. Yeah. Bad 55, 55. Autoloader. French autoloader. Like I said, I really don't like going out in the open in this map, so I always love taking the road less traveled. Yeah, that Batchat 155 is a pain. It's a 3 or 4 round clip for an arty. It doesn't do alpha damage, but good God, it does impact a punch and it'll hurt you. But yeah, I got this one from one of the ops we did before they switched it up to seasons, and it was pretty good. I mean, you can pack some damage on there. And as you can see, it's pretty fast. 56 kilometers an hour. I don't like being back there because number 1, I'm exposed to arty, and number 2, the enemy can go over those rolling hills and hurt you, so I'd rather much hide over here. At the very least, keep an eye up here, and then more importantly, take care of any enemy I see. Batchat 25T. Down there, the AMX M451. peek up. Just damn it. It's a pain in the butt thing to deal with. Its turret is shaped and it'll bounce shells. Granted, it's doing its job. If you hold down with it, it's pretty good tank. I mean, if my teammates aren't going to do their job, I mean, why am I literally doing all the work? Waste time and ammunition on these guys. And then this guy just flank. I have to book it. No, I really have to book it. But it's a little hard to book on this grassy terrain when being pursued by these people. Of course, he's fucking Canadian. I don't have time to see how they turn out. Tier 10 matches are notorious for either finishing early until the bitter end. I'm not interested in sitting there for 6.5 years for this match to end, to watch it end in a loss. That Freedom match still hasn't ended. It's pretty curious. Alright, next one. So this one was from the last stop we did. The 120, as I call it. Also not bad tank. Its gun is pretty beefy, as you can expect. Well, let's see if I have better luck in this one. I mean, it was turning out okay in that last match, E6, but good grief, our teammates are just worthless. Himmelsdorf. So Himmelsdorf is one. So many times with Artie, it's embarrassing. I hate every minute playing Artie in this match. Because there's not a whole lot of places you can go. And especially as the T-92, you practically might as well just go dunk yourself in the river. Or turn yourself into a miniature tank destroyer. But you can either go down and meet them, or you can go up here and see what happens. But it is team destruction, so I need to actually see where my teammates are going. Because there is no... We gotta prevent them from getting to our base and capping. That's not how this is gonna work. Yep, we're going all... Well, looks like we're going to the alley. Unless these guys also go up. Yeah, I gotta go with them. As much as I would love to leave them to their own devices, can't really do it. Chisel. God, my tank is ridiculously high profile for some reason. These dumb fucking mercenary tanks. Yeah, it looks like most of the team, their team is on ground level here and might have a good advantage to hit them where it hurts. If they could just push up and gank them, we might have a chance. See here, is he gonna come out? Are they gonna come out? where our developments are taking us. Three of them over here, and it's an interesting shot on that Yogg Panther. Stop. You don't have to lock my shot, pal. Chisel bailed. Two of them, huh? Oh, didn't even have any, yeah, this match just got a little too dangerous. And didn't even have a, what's it called, a repair kit. I don't believe it. Thought I packed one on there, but whatever. It's easy to miss. And plus, it's very funny if you put the premium kits on here, they don't all the... Because it just ends up dropping it after one match, and you have to keep re-equipping them. So even if you did, doesn't really matter. Oh, I actually won that freedom. Let's go take a look. You gotta go down to the log over here and go back down. Yes, 2,500 damage. Or 2,500 XP. That's pretty good. Of course, we lost the Sand River, and that was to be expected. Alright, I'm gonna... So that's what I'm talking about. You can put that premium on there. Can't have both. You resupply with, of course, that, and then the game will just kick it off of you. Nothing's ever permanent, at least for this stuff. Not bad. XP. This map. Okay, so if you have Artie, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, if you don't, if there's Artie in this map, you're gonna have a bad time. If you do, if you don't have Artie, you're still gonna have a bad time because no one ever knows this map. You have a giant, vast, open space in the middle, and no man's land on either side with a little bit of a ditch hill kind of thing up here. Right around here. High elevation hill. To crest out. It's encounter, which makes everything worse. Going up this way. Support my team, but at the same time, I'm going to see where the heck my team is going, because I'm not just thinking my neck out to get chopped off. See where these unstable potato heads are gonna... Because there is an opportunity for fast tanks to go and then wander up here and then just cap that point right up here. So I'm just gonna go with the rest of these guys. Not fast enough nor maneuverable enough to be doing what the other medium tanks are doing some spotting. I just can't do it. It takes fast, but it's not that fast. do sure love being spotted by enemies that are out there. Even though I have a superior spotting range. Can't see them. But, you know, you get used to it. That's what it is. That's what it always ends up being. You get used to not being able to be... able to do anything. Being able to protect your teammates. Being able to help. Exactly a fun place to hang out, but wait, howdy, I sure do love being spotted by people I've no business spotting. Fighting the E5 is the lower plate. Every single time. I'll always forget that the lower plate exists for a reason. And it's just downright hilarious. You know, it's whatever. I have to step in and help out or not. I mean, you know, it's just... I don't have to actually help. You guys can just let me get killed. And you guys can go fight your own battles. Which is I'm going to let you fail. And I hate everybody that plays this map because everybody's a potato head when they play this map. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to position themselves. They don't know what to deal with. I actually won that 120 match, which I don't even know how that is even possible, but I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to care. I thought we were going to lose, but whatever. I'm going to take it. That was another 24, so that puts us at... 134, so 21 more points. We can jump to the next one. First, it'll be 7, and then 8. The total number getting is about 300, and it's always active on that one. Let's see who did that one. Ah, yes, it's one of my personal favorites, the M103. I love using this tank. I don't know, a lot of people always never liked this tank for some reason. I was always a big fan of it. I mean, to get here was a pain in the butt. This was my first tier 10 line that I finished to get to the E5. This one right here, superior to the T29 and that T32 that preceded it. God, I hated both those tanks. Those tanks had great turret armor, but they were always suffering the same problem. Everyone could easily penetrate your body. There was no chance for them to bounce for your lower plate, so you were basically screwed if you didn't find spots to haul down. They always say, oh, you had to play it like a tank destroyer, but then again, why wasn't it a tank destroyer? Which they did turn it into with the T30 variant, but that's in tier 9. In this case, this M103 I always loved. It was very easy to play. Very strong, got a nice beefy gun. Thing is, the two spots you have to be aware of is the focal over this browning is sitting on top of, and then the lower plate, as always, but that's, again, to be expected. You actually have a much better shot of shells with this tank than you would anything else. We're back to Pilsen again, I guess, so I'm going to go down this path over here. Hopefully my teammate doesn't stick himself too far out there where he can't actually be of assistance. The nice thing about this tank is pretty high profile, so So one of the nice things is if you know your turret's pretty reliable, kind of stick your head out over here and keep your most vulnerable part, the lower plates, safe. It also looks like the team did not actually end up going down this path, which is not unusual. I've seen it happen. It's just very funny. Because the majority of our team literally just went this way. And we're going to get into the thick of it right now. Tortoise 7772. Price of K. Back it up. Let's give it a little bit of a push here. Tried to track beam right there. Their 215B fired, so that's about 20-second reload on there. Their VK-45. Diamond back. Bounce on a medium, but you know, that's the spaghetti tank, as they call them, the Italians. Medium tanks, auto load, they bounced again for some reason, because reasons. They have a nice feature where if you reload before the clip empties, it actually has a very, very nice, quicker reload. That 215B is already reloaded and shot, and that's why that guy was trying to bait us into it. Once he fires, he's got about 20 good seconds, 20 long seconds. Not gonna waste a shot, but it's always good to try. Just figuring I could bait him. Finished off those morons, he reloaded, but I mean, these guys are probably gonna lose just based on their performance. They drop like flies, they lose, they fail, and that's the end of it. And that's what else are you gonna do? Nothing else you can do. Alright, take a look here. Was that all the ones back here? Going down the line. Yep. Alright. Big boy. E5. So, yeah, this was the M103 type tank. It is very good. It's jack of all trades kind of tank. It's tough. It's fast. It can take a hit. It can deal damage when needs to. It's very nice. It's a good all tank. Very nice. It is outclassed by other tanks nowadays. So I got this one. I first started this line when they first released this on Xbox. There was really only the Germans and the American lines. That's it. So by the time I got this one, Russians, we had Chinese, we had French were coming on board. Now we have all these expats. These guys are going to be just completely going across the mountains. Pull on the tank, and if I can hold them off, I'd like to do that. So I'm just going to go over here, but I'm not going to push too far forward. Instead, I'm going to hang out on the other side of the hill just because I need them distracted. I only got 2 mediums here as backup, so that's not going to be ideal either. But yeah, so is outshined by tanks like the Type 5 Heavy, Chieftain. There's a lot of better choices, I think, in terms of that heavy tanks. Interesting. That's the new Type 5 G922. Job. That's a good. Ooh, wow. We got one shot.
We fixed the track. Let's move. Lost the track. Track fixed.
This front now, because there's way too many people shooting at me. There's going to be. That's the thing, is that this tank is very, very good. There you go. Bad tank to get shot at by that one, that Panzer Comp, whatever it's called. Very, very good tank. Even though it's medium. I've had pretty good matches. Very, very nice. Alright, I am battered and bruised. But we now have basically eliminated quite a bit of their flank. Playing it smart is always better than just going out there and dealing with it. If I had gone out there and hung out over here, would have been overwhelmed and eliminated. Now we have a full now have a full access to their little wop off. Walking dragons over there, and he can basically one-shot all 3 of us and turn the tide. Unless he fired a shot. In which case, that would have been pretty stupid if we hadn't reloaded. Now it's getting pretty painful right now. Well, we'll see. That's, like I said, one of the easier tanks to play is the E5, and this is why. See, I'm not overtly reliable when it comes to bouncing shells, but I can bounce a shell on occasion. As long as nobody has access to my weak point. Just sit on the base and click. saw how my teammates supported me, and I supported them. That's how every typical tanks game should play. It doesn't always turn out that way, so. Yep, that's the end of him. Let's go ahead and take a look. Huh, he did all that damage and still wasn't top tier. That's to be expected. The guy got 6 kills, for God's sakes. But I didn't game, and that's what matters. But only 1500 XP with the double. Mark of Excellence. You're only number 2 for that, because you need to get higher in damage in order to be top tier number 1. It was number 4, so it wasn't bad. Yep, that was 69. We're now at 70. Alright, I'm at 140. 15 more. Alright, I'll try again with the M103 here. Once again, happy. Alright. Again, it's not a bad map. I usually just go one direction just because this map is pretty painful to play on. Nooks and crannies where they can shoot you. I'd rather keep it consistent. Take a look here, and we're in a mostly tier 10 match. Alright, so yeah, there, the Chieftain Mark 6 is a good one. Super Conqueror, they didn't nerf it, it actually got beefed up quite a bit. It's a very strong tank now. Yeah, those ones I'd say are pretty good when it comes to dealing with a lot of tier 10 full prep. Inbound shells. E100, I have it, and we'll get to that when I play it. It was my second tier 10 that I ever got. It's not a bad tank either, it's pretty good, I love it. I love the gun, I love the damage, but it's kind of that lower plate on it, it's a giant glaring weakness. And that's my biggest issue with it, is if that lower plate is not covered, you need to angle it. So you gotta turn your tank at a 30-40 degree angle. Just gonna shoot your turret. If you don't, you're in trouble. Punch through your thing like paper. A lot of these new tanks, especially, all have good tanks with high tier armor penetration. It's just great. Have the grill up here, we're just a little too far forward, but you know, whatever. Not something I recommend him in that location being. I'm not gonna hunker down behind that tank right there. The reason why is because they can easily blast through my turret with the Popola. I mean, that would be a very, very good showing. Where people love to peek out and shoot at other people, which isn't even a bad thing. It's very, very good. Very good strategy. Just don't like to back up and put my teammate over here. He's apparently taking the lead. There's not a whole lot of room to navigate over here. And we need to push. We can pinch those other guys down there. I don't have that good of access to it. See, he'll figure it out eventually that he needs to shoot my lower plate, which is why he's trying to angle. B.
Penetration. Punch right through their
Just trying to finish him off. There we go. So that one is known as shitlord. That's basically what you call him. So he has an incredibly long reload, but he has the same gun as that Death Star, the 183, the FB-15, 215B, 183, FB-215B, 180. They both have the same gun. The difference is he has no armor protection. There is 99% chance you won't bounce shells with that one. That one will be a close match, but I think we could probably do it with our teammates. But yeah, he will not bounce shells. He'll instead take damage. But he can also give damage. He usually is very good at one-shotting people. Okay. This one's okay. So this is an okay tank. Its turret isn't unbearably slow, though. So if you're trying to negotiate around, good luck with that. But it can do the job. It's a tier 8 game. So, I mean, thankfully it's on Mission Bay, and there's only really one place I like to go on this map, and that's Inbound by Warp. Okay, 3. This is the kind of matches I've had before in this tank. This tank just pushes you into tier 8 for some reason, even though it has nowhere near penetration to be in here. This tank is not very good at it. It's fast, it's maneuverable, sure, but this turret does not turn. And its gun does nothing. You can shoot tier 8s all day, and maybe you'll penetrate some of the weaker ones. This thing is worthless. If I'm gonna let the Yod Panther out here go more than anything else, I can just give support fire. Also, the nice fun thing about this map is most people who don't play this map that often or don't still haven't figured it out. These little wooden sails are indestructible, so they can actually be used to block shells. So if you're hiding over there, there is a big possibility the enemy might end up shooting those sails, and then the shot doesn't go anywhere. Which is hilarious because they won't understand it. I don't either, but I'm not the one to program the game. Over there, I don't know which direction they're looking. Since they seem to be distracted. Boulder. So that's the other thing, is this reload is pretty long, so that's 7 seconds. Not very ideal. Do okay. Not gonna win any one-on-one engagements. Hitting people from the back, the side.
We've hit them hard. Radio hit. We can only talk locally.
but his teammate was there to be a gigantic jackass. Be a spoiler. Well, let's see if we won that M103. It was a pretty close game. Could have gone either way. Yeah, we did. How about that? Alright. Yes. I want to talk about things that take forever. Reloading this thing takes forever. It takes forever to move, and... Good grief. Alright, fine, whatever. I'll take it. Reload takes forever to move. Everything in this gun, in this game, for this tank, takes forever to redo. It even took forever to get to it, because as with always, RD time is always the most painful for grinding, but... This game does have this string theory op, which did help a lot. String theory helped me a lot. I can cheese wins with some of my best tanks and play this one, and if I win, I got a lot. If I didn't, I was like, oh well, gotta start over. This tank is not the most ideal to use, but on this map, I'll take it. It's just... see that? 25 seconds, and you only got about 16 shells, which doesn't seem like it's a little, but when you're firing, and I'm going to say about 2/3 of those don't actually hit their mark, you begin to understand why you start hemorrhaging money. Hemorrhage money like nobody's business. Alright. See if I can't support my teammates. Conf T. See? It missed him by a bit, but it was close enough to still do a little bit of damage. Not a lot, not alpha tier, but something. Something's always better than nothing. And I always like to sometimes just do that, just to let the teammates know that I'm getting in position for reloading, so it'd be in their best interest to keep people highlighted. Not a whole lot of damage with that one. Again, just not hitting their mark, plus it's a long travel. It's nice enough, the game is nice enough to tell you how long of a travel time the shell is going to take. It's about 2 seconds to travel to the next shot. It's not a fun travel, but it does give you an idea based on where they're going to be, especially if they're following a predictable path. You can kind of do your best to compensate. And you also learn to pick your targets, especially when you have a 30-second reload. Maybe you don't want to spend that last shell to kill an opponent. Maybe you want to save it for somebody else. It was about 800 damage or so, but it was decent. That scares them off, they run away, and they cede the higher ground to your teammates. And then there's this guy over here, or this shot is going to be weird. I want him to launch just a bit. I also don't want him to be in that dead zone. Sometimes it's also very good for they stop their momentum and they stop they start overthinking the situation where Artie's got me dialed in and I need to do something to get out of here.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
705A. Crushed that guy. The E4. Unfortunately, that tank doesn't look like it because the E4 is a pretty beefy tank. That thing is heavier than the E4. It's a heavy tank that's fast but also heavy at the same time. Freaking Russians, man. Ooh, he popped his top. I saw that. Yeah, if you do get a chance, it doesn't always happen, but if you get a chance to ammo rack somebody and they just, ammunition blows up, it blows their top up, and it's always a wonderful thing to see. Gonna be staring at them, shooting at them. Just gonna
We didn't penetrate their armor.
yeah, hit the tree, didn't hit the guy. Yeah, that's okay. I'll take it. I'll take a win's a win, right? Sitting there and just rocking their lives away. Yeah, like I said, I didn't win that match with the Hellcat 105, so we gotta go re-rack him and try again. And there's probably gonna be a good opportunity that I'm probably not actually gonna get in that good old match. Probably not gonna get a good match with this tank. See what I mean? Get tier 7 now. But tier 7 is still an easier match to deal with. I'm just gonna go these guys over here. I don't see any advantage at all trying to do long range shots. This tank is not good at long range. You know, when I mentioned my teammates don't have brain power, that's just kind of ridiculous right there. We already lost 2 people, one because the guy was an idiot, and the other guy, well, they lost one too, so I guess that counts. Still. Oh, sorry, I forgot these are not rocks, it's broken dragon teeth or whatever. Can't actually go over them. One of the Arties is down, which is always good. Time to deal with the other one. shot it already. By a medium, that's always fun. Well, if my teammates can do it, then I can just call that match a success. If they can't, well, you know, it's whatever. Okay, so they nerfed this tank, so it's not a beefy tank anymore. At least not in my opinion. So, I mean, I could give it my gold college try, I guess. I don't have any expectations that I'm actually going to do good with this tank. Okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Oh, hello. So, yeah, the people complained about this tank a lot because of its penetration, its damage, and everything else. They complained, and World of Tanks, of course, loves to listen to people complain. So they nerfed it, even though the tank didn't really need nerfing because it's not that good. You can easily penetrate the lower plate. The turret does not always have the best shots, best ability to bounce shells. As you can see in the lower left-hand corner of this tank, the turret is not fully traversable. It just goes about 30 or 40 degrees to the left or to the right, and then you have to start turning the tank. And on top of that, it's just the same thing with Walker Dragon 800, where it's just you need to hit enemies right where they need to be hit and penetrate them. If you don't, then it's not really going to do anything. Just bounce shells all the time. I mean, with the premium rounds, HE is not bad. So, I mean, I'm loaded 5.5.10 with it because more often than not, this tank is not going to be hitting enemies where I want to hit them. I didn't penetrate. I didn't actually hit them. The gun's not that accurate for a tank destroyer. It's pretty hilarious. See what I mean? The tank doesn't do that well. Or maybe I'm just used to my tanks actually bouncing shells. I don't know. I always felt that it'd be better when my tank can actually bounce a shell. Whereas these ones, you can just penetrate this tank very easily. In which case, I always felt that you just go with, in this day and age, just go with the Doom Barn, as it's called, the 4005. Just because of the fact that I can easily kill people with that tank versus this one. Plus, I can't actually back up in the same sense that the Walker Dragon can. rely on my teammates to actually start doing stuff. Exactly what you can expect with this tank. That miserable piece of junk. Versus that Type 5 Heavy, which of course is a superior in every way, save the gun. The gun on the Type 5 Heavy is not a very good gun. In fact, it's horrible for Tier 10. But that's not the purpose of it. Its purpose is to do one thing. Bounce shells and let your teammates do the job. Hey, we actually lost that match in the what's it called. That means we have to go back and do it again. Well, at least I'm in a tiered match for once. So no tier 7, no tier 8. It always works out beautiful. We're going to go ahead and see what we can do in a match like this. Probably the same thing as we normally do, which is nothing, but... Again, at the forefront of things, I have to clean up any enemies I run into. I can't actually help my teammates out in the same way that I normally can. I've ended up treating this tank like essentially a light tank more than anything else with a nice gun. And if you think of it that way, you begin to understand. This tank is not fun in any sense of this word. And this is the number one reason why I'm not advancing. Because of this. I did okay damage. Still Churchill, still Churchill. And these guys literally just got waxed right there. So if you can, as you can clearly see, we are in pretty deep right now. not sticking around for that crap. Unbelievable. All they could have done was just gone the same way I had, and they would have had a much easier time crushing the enemy because he could have blitzed that entire flank. Hey, we lost that match with the Death Star? I'm so surprised. Well, what else is there to do except try again. Well, it's more straightforward than the last one, I'll give you that, but... this is still not very conducive to our good health to play this match. And it's encounter, because Lord knows what this game needed was more capture the flag. Didn't need better maps, didn't need better tanks, didn't need better ladder and matchmaking setup. Nope, it just needed more game pairing cards. Yeah, really hate those. Well, I guess I shouldn't say at the start. I've hated these people since the moment I played this game. If it wasn't for my friends who helped me out, I probably would have just deleted it. Something. Hold my head up high, I get a kill. Oop-de-doo. Keeping an eye on the flag. Nobody wants to push up. Nobody wants to deal with anything right now. So it needs somebody to make a move. Hoping these guys eventually get impatient, push up, or they push up and I can just shoot them and get them for some major damage. Well, it's not like my teammates were actually helping me. I mean, they actually allowed them to push up on that left flank, so I couldn't actually support this flank, so... It's not like my teammates actually know what they're doing half the time when I play these games. You can't affect proper change when your tank is absolute garbage and belongs in the dumpster. Like I said, that's what they love to do. They love to nerf things and nerf the wrong things, too. I don't know what the hell was so imbalanced about this tank you had to fix it, but apparently there was. What are we at here? We are at... I don't know why I bother. What the hell am I supposed to do in this one? I guess I'll just sit like I always do and wait for things to develop. Where are you idiots going? Ramming through the city, I see. Well, safety in numbers. Very surprising that I escaped, but I'll go for it. The fact that Artie focused on me and nobody else is just, you know, shit cake right there. That is just fantastic. What do I want to kill in this game? Oh, I'll choose the non-threatening tier 6. Good luck, guys. You're gonna need it. I don't even need to look. I know we lost that match with Death Star, and that's why we have to re-rack him again. Because, you know, this is what this game's all about. It's not actually getting good matches. Just sitting there banging your head against the wall over and over and over again. Game loves to do that. Every single day, this game loves to do that. Again, it's encounter because this game knows what I want. You either end up with a good team that doesn't focus on the flag and then 3 dumbasses capture the flag, because it's tier 10 and it takes you 6 years to get anywhere, you don't get anywhere. Or you end up with a ho-hum game where anything goes. seeing a lot of activity, and that's always encouraging, at least for their side. I'm just thinking out loud here because that's what I would do. If I push up ahead, I don't see anybody, I push up further, I definitely know that no one went down this lane, I will take full advantage of it. I bounced, huh? Interesting. So that's the thing I was talking about when you shoot the back of this tank and you're like, oh, you bounced. And you're just like, oh, well. What else is new? So what this tank is good for, bouncing shells. Until you switch to premium, in which case you end up sacrificing damage. That reliable penetration, and I better go support these idiots, because if I don't, this guy's not going to know what to do. I mean, Hardy's doing his job. God bless him. Yeah. See what I mean? I could sit there and shoot that guy and then never get anything. Oh, nice. They lit him on fire. Tank shells are not accurate, nor are they correct. But like I said, it's par for the course with a tank like this. That's what you get. This is exactly how most games with the FV215B go. There is no, hey, you did good, or hey, you're doing awesome, hey, you're going to win this match. There's just crap, 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 crap. Hey, we lost that match, because of course I did, because I'm a Tier 6 in a Tier 8 game. God, this tank pisses me off. One good match, that's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for the world, I'm just asking one good match. But this was actually what I went through when I was playing the Lycan. The same dumb stuff, just match after match of pure ass garbage. Just your teammates sucked, matches sucked, everything sucked. Well, let's see how this match is any different. not a bad match, at least in terms of map choice. I always did like this map, more or less. Just a lot of place for the enemy to come in and gank you. Never go up on that hill, though. Unless you have a death wish like our friend up there. Oh look, KV-1. Oh no, it's Panzer III. See, that's the kind of thing I was talking about when I said the turret doesn't like to turn, but you know, that's like I said, par for the course. Alright, well I'm gonna continue this, but I gotta turn off the stream because at the end of the day I need to go use the restroom. It's bathroom break time, whatnot. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Really do appreciate everyone for listening to me complain. Oh, hey, look. Miracles do happen. We actually did win that match with a Death Star. Let's take a look. 1700. Yeah, I'll take it. Whatever, I don't care. It's just one less tank I have to do. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14 more tanks to do. So, thank everybody for watching. Really do appreciate it. I'll pick this one up on another day.